Well, hello. I am Jody Daniel, CEO of Red Clover Advisors, and today I'm so excited to be joined by Claire Lawrence, who is the privacy lead at AFL, and we had the pleasure of working together. And Claire, I would love if you could start a little bit of before we started working together on some different privacy activities. What was it? What was it like? What were your priorities? Where was the privacy program, and what problem were you trying to solve?
Sure. We developed our privacy program in response to GDPR. So our program was very EU centric. And at that time, the United States, California, several states were implementing their laws. And I just kind of felt I was struggling to keep up with what our responsibilities were. And I just felt like I needed some support. Privacy is just a fraction of what my job here is at AFL. And I'm being responsible for kind of being the subject matter expert on the topic. And I just really felt like I needed some support. I had the makings of a program. I had a framework that I had created that just needed help making sure that we were complying with that framework.
What would you say might be an early win that you experienced when working with Red Clover?
Yeah, sure. One of the most exciting things that we did together was to develop a training plan that would reach the different functional areas of our company. And we were able to work together and develop these quarterly webinars where I would pull together a different functional area of the company, the marketing department, the IT department, the procurement and finance department, or the human resources and environmental health and safety department. And you came up with ways to help them apply the privacy laws to their functional area and help them really be able to relate to why it was important to what they do.
I'm so glad that that was so successful and so valuable because we really believe each department is a little bit unique and different. And we also believe that when employees understand how it impacts their daily role, then they're more likely to incorporate it in all the areas that we're asking them to do in our privacy
Exactly.
program.
Yeah, exactly. And you gave an overview of the privacy regulations and how they're all different and how the requirements, some of them are different and how they apply to our company. And it was super helpful and went over really well. And it opened up the door for conversations with those groups and we've had good results going forward.
That is so wonderful to hear. It really makes my heart happy. What would you say it's like to work with Red Clover? How might you describe the relationship?
Um, I just felt like it was a really wonderful sounding board. Initially I would, throw a privacy situation would come up and I would kind of throw it your way and you would respond and give me advice on how I should handle it. And then kind of as I gained more confidence, I would say, this is what I'm thinking about, how I'm thinking I'm going to respond. What do you think? And I felt like it was just an open, honest communication between us that went really well. The other thing that I really appreciated is we kind of set up a cadence of meetings, and each month you would have things that you would remind me of that we said we were going to work on. I'm like, oh yes, okay, well I haven't gotten to that, but thank you. And you kind of held me accountable for the things that we planned at the beginning of year to make sure that we made progress, and I appreciated that.
Now, someone watching this might be considering working with Red Clover. So, what might be your final piece of advice or words to that company evaluating us?
Right. I found the engagement very helpful. It helped me focus on the things that we needed to focus on. I got great, honest feedback on the things that we needed to do and we're planning to do. Um, you all took initiative to point things out that we needed to work on our website or things that were outwardly facing that we needed to correct. And I just found it very, very helpful.
Well, thank you. Again, we really appreciate the opportunity to work with AFL and thank you for your time today.
All right. Thanks so much, Jody.